Roland Garros 2025's Grand Slam debuts. Eala, Mboko, Valentova, and more 9 players will make their Grand Slam main draw debuts at Roland Garros 2025, the largest group in more than 2 years. Get to know them here. Emiliana Arango, COL. The road to a first Grand Slam main draw has been a long and winding one for Arango, who reached her first WTA quarterfinal as a 17-year-old wild card by defeating Veronica Sepid-Roig and Jasmine Paolini at Bogotá, 2018. A hip injury sustained at that tournament sidelined Arango for 6 months, and then a knee problem took her out for another 7 months in 2021-22. In 2023, she enjoyed a superb season, including her first WTA 1000 quarterfinal in Guadalajara and reaching the final round of Wimbledon qualifying, to rise to the brink of the top 100. But in 2024, she slumped back out of the top 200 and lost in the first round of qualifying at each major. At the end of 2024, Arango's results took another upturn as she reached her first WTA 125 final in Santa Cruz. This year, she's built on it in style. A 9-match winning streak in February encompassed her first WTA 125 title in Cancun and a first WTA 500 final in Merida and launched her into the top 100. Now ranked number 88, Arango will become the 7th Colombian woman in the Open era to compete in a major main draw, following Paula Palacios, Maria Isabel Fernandez, Fabiola Zuluaga, Catalina Castano, Mariana Duque Moreno, and Camila Osorio. The presence of both Arango and Osorio at Roland Garros marks the first time since the 2005 U.S. Open, Zuluaga and Castano, that a Grand Slam main draw has featured 2 Colombians. Arango is one of 2 players who will make their Grand Slam main draw debut at Roland Garros via direct entry, alongside Alexandra Eala. They will play each other in the first round. Lois Boisson FRA. 13 months ago, Lois Boisson was set to make her Grand Slam main draw debut on home soil. With 2 weeks to go until Roland Garros, she had a sizable lead in the race France standings that would have earned her a wild card, having put together a spectacular 31-6 record over the first 4 months of 2024. That included her first WTA 125 title in St. Malo and lifted her to a career high of number 152. Then, disaster struck. Boisson injured her ACL in the first round of the Paris WTA 125 and would be sidelined for the next 9 months. In the aftermath, she composed an emotional social media post. "This last week has been very painful emotionally, the impression that everything is stopping and does not have any more sense," Boisson wrote. "I was finally truly fulfilled on a tennis court. The process was well underway, surrounded by an awesome team. I was going to play the tournaments that I have dreamed of since I started playing tennis. In the space of a week, I went from collapse to the ground, the joy of winning my first WTA title, to collapse to the ground because my knee gave out and the pain was immense. The shock is violent. I didn't imagine the rest of the season this way. But this is the path that life has decided to give me. Now it's time for discipline to get back to the top." That's exactly what Boisson has delivered on her comeback this year. The 22-year-old reached the final of her 4th tournament back, an ITF W35 in Terrassa, Spain. She made her tour-level debut in Rouen and reached the second round by routing Harriet Dart. And, 2 weeks ago, she returned to the Champions Circle by winning the St. Gaudens ITF W75. Now ranked number 358, Boisson will seek to keep her winning streak going against number 24 seed Elise Mertens. In the first round, Alexandra Eala, PHI. In March, Alexandra Eala delivered a truly sensational breakthrough run in Miami. A wild card ranked number 140, she had only notched 1 top 50 win and 2 tour-level victories before that tournament. But wielding a lethal left-handed forehand and pouncing on aggressive returns, Eala took down 3 Grand Slam champions, Yelena Ostapenko, Madison Keys, and Iga Swiatek, to reach the semifinals, where she stretched Jessica Pegula to 3 sets. It was a remarkable way for Eala's results to catch up to the attention she has received ever since she defeated Linda Noskova to win Les Petits as the premier U14 tournament in the world in 2018. The The Philippines has little tennis history at the highest level, and Eala has been a trailblazer all the way. She became the first Filipina to win a junior Grand Slam, the 2022 U.S. Open, along with 2 girls' doubles titles, the first to win a WTA main draw match, Cluj-Napoca 2021, and earlier this year in Miami, the first to crack the top 100. Next week, she'll add another milestone, her Grand Slam main draw debut. When she was still only 17 years old, Eala graced the cover of Vogue Philippines in 2022. Her progress afterward was slow and steady. She did not make it through her first 6 major qualifying draws, including 3 final round losses in 2024, until the lightning bolt that was Miami launched her into the international big time. A month later, Eala even came close to reprising her most eye-catching win, leading Swiatek by a set and a break in the Madrid second round before the pole turned that match around. Now at a career high of number 69, Eala, who turned 20 on the Friday before Roland Garros, will face Emiliana Arango. In the first round, Joanna Garland, TP, a former top 20 junior with wins over Zheng Qinwen and Diana Schneider. Chinese Taipei's Joanna Garland reached the top 250 by 2023, only to miss most of the 2024 season because of an injury. But on her return, the British-born player was near unstoppable. Garland put together a 29-match ITF winning streak in the last 3 months of 2024. Since October, she's compiled a 54-10 record and lifted a whopping 9 ITF trophies on hard courts in Kayseri, Turkey, on carpet in Solarino, Italy, on clay in Nairobi, Kenya. Ranked number 551 in November, the 23-year-old is now at a career high of number 177. This week, back in a Grand Slam qualifying draw for the first time since 2023, Garland proved her form could translate from far-flung ITFs to this level as well. Boasting a solid power game, she defeated Celine Neef, Petra Marcinko, and Annalena Frietzam, without losing a set to make her tour-level debut. Garland is the 8th player from Chinese Taipei to compete in a Grand Slam main draw following Wang Shiting, Janet Li, Chuang Qiayong, Letitia Chan, Si Sui, Chang Kaichen, and Liang and Shoa. She'll face Katie Volinets. In the first round, Victoria Mboko can. Another player who's brought serious momentum from an ITF hot streak to the highest levels of professional tennis is Canadian phenom Victoria Mboko. The 18-year-old was a top 10 junior and a 2-time girls doubles major finalist with Kayla Cross, and made her WTA debut at Granby 2022. But injuries halted her momentum over the next 2 years. This year, with former number 2 Natalie Taziat as her traveling coach, Mboko is finally healthy and almost unbeatable. She started the year with a 22-match winning streak and now has a head-turning 40-5 record, having collected ITF trophies in the Caribbean, England, and Portugal.